Hello students, this is chapter 5, video number 1, continuity and differentiability. So we are starting with the new chapter today. So first let us discuss about continuity. Let us start with an example. This is a function fx which is defined as 1. It's a constant function if the value of x is less than or equal to 0, and if it will be, the value of the function will be equal to 2 if x is greater than 0. So this is the function. Now let us draw the graph of this function. So it says that x less than 0. So x over here is less than 0. This is x less than 0, negative side, and this is fx. That means the y-axis is fx. So this is 1. That means this is 1. So at x is equal, if it is less than 0, so or equal to 0. So at x is equal to 0 also the value of the function is 1. At x is equal to minus 1, minus 0.5, minus 1.5, any value of x which is less than 0, it is 1. So the graph will be a line which is parallel to x-axis. So this will be the graph. It is going in this direction. And then this point is included at 0. The value of the function is 1. That is why I have shaded this circle. That means 1 is included. But if x is greater than 0, that means if I talk about this side, the positive x-axis, the value of the function fx will be here 2. So this will be, so at x is equal, but 2 will not be included here. So that is why a hollow circle is put over here. And for rest, any value greater than 0, any value greater than 0, it will be, the function value will be 2. So now you can see that when we are approaching the function from the left side, it is coming nearer to 0. The value of the function is 1. When we are approaching the function from the left side of 0, the value of the function is 1. But from the right side, if I am approaching 0, so the value of the function is 2. So that means LHL is means that I am approaching from the left side, left hand limit, which this we have done in grade 11 also. So left hand limit over here is not equal to right hand limit. Now what does left hand limit and right hand limit means, I will be telling you later on. But from the graph we can see that when we are approaching 0 from the left hand side, the value of the function is 1, and when I am approaching the 0 from the right hand side, the value of the function is equal to 2. So that means, and you can also see that while drawing the graph, I have to lift my hand up. I cannot draw it continuously without lifting my hand. So this graph is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. So at 0 I can see that I have to lift my hand and draw another line. So this is not continuous. So let us see another example over here. Now I have defined fx is equal to 1 if x is not equal to 0, and it is equal to 2 if x is equal to 0. Over here just see, when it is approaching 0, the value from the left hand side, the value will be 1, and from the right hand side also the value will be 1 when it is approaching it, when it is very near to 0, when it is very near to 0. But at x is equal to 0, that means very near to 0 from the left hand side means it can be minus 0.0001 here, and the value will be 1. Here plus 0.001, the value will be 1. But at 0, the value of the function is 2. That means this point 2, which is included. Here 1 is not included. Okay, so here also we can see here LHL is equal to RHL, because from the left hand side also the value of the graph function will be 1 if I am approaching 0. From the right hand side also, if I am approaching, the value will be 1. That means it is very near to 0. X is not equal to 0 means it can be, it is very near to, it can be 0.001, it can be minus 0.001, it can be minus 0.0001, but it is not 0. Anything but other than 0. So at 0 it is 2, but anything other than that it is 1. So here you can see LHL is equal to RHL, but still the graph, we have to lift our hand to make this point, so it is not continuous. So let us now give you the definition of continuity. Hence, if f is a real function on a subset of the real numbers, and let C be a point in the domain of f. Real function means its domain and codomain both are real values. Then f is continuous at C we will say that f is continuous at C if limit x approaching to C minus fx, this is the left hand limit. That means I am approaching the C from the left hand side. C minus means some quantity less than C, some quantity which is very near to C but less than C. Here x approaching to C plus, that means it is approaching C but some quantity slightly greater than C. So if I am approaching from the left hand side this graph fx, and this function fx I am approaching from the right hand side, and it should be equal to f of C. That means here just see over here, f of 0 is not 1, f of 0 is 2, but LHL and RHL are same, but it is not, this condition is not satisfied. So that is why this is discontinuous. So for continuity we have to have these conditions, that LHL should be equal to RHL and should be equal to value of the function at the point C should also be equal. Then only the function is said to be continuous. So now we will be doing algebra of continuous functions. If f and g are two real functions continuous at C, then f plus g is continuous at C. Then their addition will also be continuous if f and g are continuous functions. And if f and g are continuous, their difference is also continuous, their product is also continuous, their quotient is also continuous, f by g is also continuous, given this, provided this gc should not be equal to 0. That means value of the function g at point C should not be equal to 0. Why? Because if it is equal to 0, then this function, this will not be defined only. I am giving an example. Fx is equal to sin x and gx is equal to cos x. So these are continuous in R. You know the graph of sin x, it is, cos x is also like this. Please refer to the graphs. For sin x and cos x, both are continuous in R. So hx is equal to fx plus gx, that means sin x plus cos x is continuous in R. Similarly, h1x, their difference, h1x represents their difference, will be continuous in R. Their product will also be continuous, but what about their division? If fx is divided by gx, that means sin x by cos x. Now cos x should not be equal to 0. I told you f by g is continuous at C given gc is not equal to 0. So when is cos x 0? At odd multiples of pi by 2. So except at those points it will be continuous. So tan x is continuous except at x is equal to odd multiples of pi by 2, that is x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, n belongs to z, set of integers. So here tan x is continuous only except at the odd multiples of pi by 2. Similarly, we can discuss cot x also. It will be continuous except at x is equal to n pi, because cot x is cos x by sin x, and sin x is where sin x is 0, cot x will not be defined. So sin x is 0 and at all the multiples of pi. So now I will be discussing about the continuity of composite functions. Composite functions we have done in the chapter relations and functions. So what are composite functions? You know already. So if f and g are real valued functions such that f of g is defined at C, and if g is a function continuous at C and f is a function continuous at gc, then f of g is continuous at C. So f of g is continuous at C. Let us prove this by an example. Now fx is sin x. This is continuous for all x in R. This is continuous for all x in R. Gx is equal to x square. You know the graph of gx is what? Parabola, x square. X square means what? Y is equal to 4ax square. We have done it in grade 11. This represents a parabola. This is also a continuous function, and all polynomial functions are continuous functions only. So now just see f of gx is what? So this is continuous in whole of R. This is also continuous in whole of R. So f of gx is f of gx, and gx is what? Gx is x square. So f of x square. And what is f of x square? F of x is sin x. So f of x square will be sin x square. So this is the function f of g. Now gx is continuous in R. This is continuous in R, parabola, and sin x is continuous. This is also continuous in R. So it is if it is continuous in R, it will be continuous at each and every point of R. So it is continuous at x square. X square also belongs to R. Therefore, f of g is continuous in R. So this function will be continuous in R. The composite function will be continuous in R. Let us discuss some questions of exercise 5.1. So for question number 2, how we are going to do the sums. Examine the continuity of the function f of x is equal to 2x square minus 1 at x is equal to 3. So first we will, at x is equal to 3, I have to see the continuity. That means I have to calculate the left hand limit and right hand limit at 3. So if I am calculating left hand limit, so I will, left hand limit means the x will approach to 3 minus, that means some quantity less than 3. That means maybe it might be 2.99999, it may be anything but not exactly 3, something less than 3. So limit x approaching to 3 minus fx we have to calculate. So now what I am going to do, I will put x as 3 minus h. That means h is a very number, is a number which is very near to 0. H is a number, h approaches to 0. H approaches to 0 means it can be 0.001, it can be 0.0001, it can be anything but very near to 0. So if I take 0.0001, so 3 minus 0.001 is 2 point something, which is very near to 3. So this is how we denote this x approaching to 3 minus, we straight away write limit h approaching to 0, f of 3 minus h. So 3 minus h. Now limit h approaching to 0. So f of x was this. So f of 3 minus h will be what? I will replace x with over here 3 minus h. So it will be 2 3 minus h whole square minus 1. So limit h approaching to 0, 2, just solve this, a minus b whole square minus 1, and just put the limit. This will become 0, this will become 0. So 2 9s are 18, 18 minus 1, 17. So the LHL is 17. Let us see the RHL. So RHL will be the, at 3 we have to see, so some quantity, x will approach to some quantity very near to 3 but greater than 3. So 3 plus means that. So again limit h approaching to 0, where h is a very small number which is near to 0. So f of 3 plus h, this 3 plus h means h can be 0.001 again, so 3 plus 3.001 this will become, that means it is very near to 3. So now we will substitute 3 plus h over here in the function in place of x, f of 3 plus h. So f of 3 plus s, limit h approaching to 0. So we have got this. Again I am getting the value 17. And f of 3 is also 17. If I substitute x as 3, so 2 into 3 square minus 1. So I have to calculate all the 3, LHL, RHL and value of the function at that point, f of 3. So all the 3 are same. Therefore fx is continuous at x is equal to 3. This is how we are going to do the sums. So let us see question number 3, D part. So we have to check the points of continuity of this function. So fx is equal to mod x minus 5. We have to check the points of continuity. So first we will write the definition, rewrite the definition. You know the definition of mod function. It will be x minus 5 if x is greater than equal to 0. It will be minus of x minus 5 in the bracket, or you can say minus x plus 5, negative of this if x is less than 0. So we will check the continuity of fx at x is equal to 0. So because why at x is equal to, why not at other points? Because at 0 only it is changing the definition. The definition of fx is getting changed at the point 0. So only at 0. For rest of the points it will be continuous, but for at 0 it might be discontinuous. So let us see. So LHL we will calculate, that means now x will approach to, since I am calculating at x is equal to 0, so 0 minus. Earlier I was taking the continuity at x is equal to 3, so 3 minus, x approaching to 3 minus. So here x approaching to 0 minus LHL. F of x, then again limit h approaching to 0, f of 0 minus h. So that this is limit h approaching to 0, f of 0 minus h means what? Something less than 0. Something less than 0 means this definition will hold. So minus of, in place of x I will write 0 minus h plus 5. So minus of 0 minus h will become, this h is approaching to 0, so this quantity will be 0. So this will be 5. Similarly RHL we will calculate, x approaching to 0 plus fx. So limit h approaching to 0, f of 0 plus h. So 0 plus h is a number which is greater than 0. For greater than 0, this definition will hold. So 0 plus h minus 5, this is the definition. So h is approaching to 0, put h as 0, this will become what? Minus 5. So we can see that LHL is not equal to RHL at x is equal to 0. So fx is continuous at all points, because they have asked us to check the continuity of the function at which point this is. So I am writing like this, it is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. So say fx is continuous at all points except at x is equal to 0. So at x is equal to 0, the function will be discontinuous. So let us check question number 7 now. Question number 7 is f of x, we have to check the points of continuity again. Mod x plus 3 if x is less than equal to minus 3, minus 2x if minus 3 is less than x is less than 3, and 6x plus 2 if x is greater than or equal to 3. So we need to check the continuity. Where is the function changing the definition? At minus 3, at 3. So I will check the continuity at x is equal to minus 3 and at x is equal to 3. So at x is equal to minus 3, LHL we will calculate limit x approaching to minus 3 minus. Now I am checking at minus 3, so it will become some value less than minus 3. So fx is equal to limit h approaching to 0, f of minus 3 minus h. So I am subtracting a very small value from minus 3. So limit h approaching to 0. So the definition, you see, minus 3 minus h is what? Minus 3 minus h is a quantity which is less than 0. If it is less than 0, mod x will become minus x. So it will be minus of minus 3 minus h plus 3, because mod x for less than x less than 0, mod x is equal to minus x. So minus of x over here is this. So we'll get the value 6. Similarly, RHL we will calculate at minus 3. So limit x approaching to minus 3 plus fx is equal to limit h approaching to 0, a quantity greater than minus 3. We'll add a small value h to it. So limit h approaching to 0. Now for x greater than minus 3, x greater than minus, this means what? Minus 3 is less than x means x is greater than minus 3. So this definition is true for x greater than minus 3. So minus 2x, x over here is minus 3 plus h. So minus 3 plus h, and when you take the limit h is 0, minus 2 into minus 3 will be plus 6. And what is f of minus 3 at x is equal to minus 3? At x is equal to minus 3, definition is this only. So it will be mod of minus 3 plus 3. So which is also 3 plus 3, 6. So LHL is equal to RHL is equal to f of minus 3. So f is continuous at x is equal to minus 3. So let us check the continuity. Now we have to, definition is again changing at 3. So I'll check the continuity at 3. So LHL we will again see. So at 3, so 3 minus, earlier it was at minus 3, so minus 3 minus I took, now 3 minus. So at limit h approaching to 0, f of 3 minus h. For 3 minus h is a value which is less than 3. For less than 3, x less than 3, the definition is this. So it will be minus 2. This is x, 3 minus h. So this is minus 6. When you take the limit h approaching to 0, this minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Similarly, RHL we will calculate. Now for greater than 3, for x greater than 3, this 3 plus means x is greater than 3. For x greater than 3, the definition is 6x plus 2. So it will be 6, x is 3 plus h plus 2 is equal to, now substitute the h as 0, and 6 3s are 18, 18 plus 2 20. So you are getting RHL 20. So now you can see that LHL is not equal to RHL. So straight away we can say this is discontinuous at x is equal to 3. There is no need to calculate f of 3, because here only the condition of discontinuity is dissatisfied. So the condition of continuity is dissatisfied. So function is discontinuous at x is equal to 3. Question number 14. This is the last question for today. Question number 14. F of x is equal to 3, 4, 5. 0 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 1. Constant function 4. 1 is less than x less than 3. 5. 3 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 10. The domain of fx is, now you can see here the domain is not whole of R. in these functions the domain was whole of R from minus infinity to plus. Greater than 3 means it is going till infinity. Here less than minus 3 means it is coming from minus infinity to infinity. But here you can see it is starting from 0 and ending at 10. The definition of the function is defined only for 0 and 10, closed interval 0 and 10. So the domain is 0 and 10. So we cannot check the we say at here at 0 the function will be right continuous because it is not defined before 0. So we always say the function is right continuous at 0 and left continuous at 10, because after 10 it is not defined. So now we need to check the continuity at x is now where it is the changing the definition at 1 and at 3. So I will check the continuity of the function at 1 and 3. Otherwise constant function, if you say it is continuous in the whole of R, but here according to the definition of the function it is changing its definition. The function is changing its definition at 1 and 3. So we will check the continuity points at 3. So at x is equal to 1, again we'll calculate the left hand limit LHL, x approaching to 1 minus fx, limit h approaching 0, something less than 1 is 1 minus h, where h is a very small quantity nearing 0. Similarly limit h approaching 0. Now this is 1 minus h of a quantity less than 1. For less than 1 the function is 3. So straight away there is no h here, there is no x over here. So straight away we will write constant function 3 and this is equal to 3. Now RHL, that means at 1 plus, that means a quantity greater than 1. For greater than 1, 1 is less than x means x is greater than 1. So it's the definition is 4. So f of 1 plus h will be 4. So say straight away we will say LHL is not equal to RHL, therefore fx is discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Similarly fx is discontinuous at x is equal to 3 also. Please do this yourself, and therefore you will say fx is discontinuous at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3, because the question was check the points of discontinuity. So we will say at which points the function is discontinuous. So at these points the function is discontinuous. Thank you so much students. I'll discuss rest of the questions in the next video. Thank you so much.